today I thought I'd just talk about why I want to move to Japan and how I'm going to do it and what my plans for the future are, and also my worries, just to make it a little bit more natural, because obviously it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So in the background I'm practicing the hiragana. Please don't judge, I started a couple of days ago, so I've just about finished the whole hiragana, and I'm hopefully going to move on to the katakana and match those up, and then slowly move on to kanji, which is obviously a lot more difficult. So one of the first reasons that I want to move to Japan, and the main reason, is the language. I've always had a fascination with the Japanese language. Probably started when I started watching anime around 12 to 13. I don't watch anime anymore, but the love for the language stuck with me. And so that's definitely the main reason I want to go. I'd go to Japan and study the language and then probably come back home to England. So my plan would be to go and study at a Japanese language school for around 6 months to a year, depending on how my schedule and savings allow me to. So at the moment, I have a full-time job over in England where I am either going to get a secondment, which is where I'll have about 6 months off where I'm not paid, but I do come back to a role, or I will quit and hopefully find work when I come back from Japan. So my main plan leading up to moving, which is obviously the biggest thing, will be to learn the language to a point where I can talk to people and they can understand me to a certain extent. I don't expect to be absolutely perfect at the language, obviously, but I want to be able to communicate how I'm feeling about things as well as asking for things, and also to a point where I'm respecting Japan and their language. So most likely the longest part of this video will be my worries about moving. My main worry is missing my friends and family. I feel like this is something I have to do for myself, since I've been working full-time at an office job since I was 16, and I feel before I move on to the next steps of buying a house, settling down, I want to do something for myself that I've always dreamed of doing, while it's still feasible. At the current moment, I have a first step job, so I work in first line, which means I'm at the very bottom of the chain, which leaves a lot more open-ended jobs for me in the future. I also don't have any rent, a house, or a long-term relationship that I need to worry about leaving behind. So I feel like this would be the perfect time for me to explore, do something I've always dreamed of, and go out my comfort zone a bit. Although I am quite an independent person, moving away completely to a different country will be quite nerve-wracking, but it's something I've always wanted to do, and now is the better time than ever to do so. So I'm going to put all my focus into learning the language, and hopefully I can move as soon as possible. A bit about me is I'm 18, I'm from England. I currently work in a tech company based in the UK, and I have a big interest in languages, reading, art, and also manga, which is something I'm using at the moment to study the hiragana. It's been quite hard without knowing any kanji, but if you can find the right manga, they'll have hiragana above the kanji, and I don't understand any of the words yet, but it's been quite fun reading and understanding what the letters mean, as in like being able to read the letters. It's been quite exciting. It feels like the first stepping stone into knowing the language. I'm hoping to be able to read first before I start speaking, because I have learnt Spanish in the past, and the main thing I struggled with was sentence structure, because obviously in Spanish they organise the words differently in sentences, and I'd always organise it how we organise it in the English language. So I'm hoping if I learn to read and listen first, then when I come to speaking, I will be able to put the words in the right order. So after I've finished the katakana, I'm going to move on to learning kanji bit by bit, as well as learning more vocabulary and sentence structure and grammar and everything that's needed to communicate in Japanese. I'm going to take it as a slow process. I don't expect myself to learn fast. It's not the kind of person I am. But hopefully it goes smoothly with my plan. I've put a lot of thought and effort into how I'm going to do this, because if you look on YouTube, there'll be a million different YouTubers telling you a million different methods, and one will say this is the best method, and then you'll find one that's saying this is the worst method. So I've gone through them meticulously, gone through every single one, and found the best plan that's working, that should hopefully work for me. If you have any questions about that, I can do a video on my plan of learning, and then hopefully in the future, when I'm a bit better, I'll be able to go over the plan, what I would change, and what I liked about it. So if you guys have any questions or any advice for me, if you just leave them in the comments below, and I'd love to discuss it. So thanks for listening. Sorry if it's been a bit boring. If you want anything in the future, just let me know. Bye bye.